Tonight I'm talking about something a little bit different. We're talking about the menopause and exercise because recently McCall did a Channel 4 documentary, Sex, Myths and the Menopause, and you've got 19 days left to watch that. And I know most of my community are female, and they are getting to a sort of age where maybe they may start and experience certain symptoms of the menopause. Now, I am a man talking about it, so I am just sharing the research I have found. This is a starting point for you to maybe have a conversation. I can signpost you to places to get support that I have found, but I am by no ways saying I have experienced it. I know what it's like to be a woman, but I just wanted to talk about it to let you know that it's okay to talk about it and to show you some research about it and how exercise can sometimes help. So, bear with me, team. So, the menopause starts usually around the age 45 to 55, but the average age in the UK is 51. And it's basically when women stop having their period, and usually the measurement is for a year, and it's caused by a change in your sex hormones. Now, there are potential other triggers for it, but I can go into that if you want more detail another time. So, during the pre-menopausal stage, so perimenopausal stage, which happens typically in your 40s, you will start experiencing things like irregular periods, hot flushes, night sweats, insomnia, mood changes, depression, anxiety, muscle and joint aches, and lots of other symptoms. When you actually transition into the menopause, there's about 34 different symptoms which can happen. But there is support out there, so that's the number one positive. But what recent research found is that 1 in 3 women lose motivation or feel too tired to exercise during this period. And this can be because at the stage where you're hitting the menopause, your lifestyle is going to change. So you're going to have increased responsibilities at work. You've probably got aging parents, and my notes here say raging parents, but hey, probably both. You've got grandchildren, potentially teenagers, maybe empty nest syndrome. Poor sleep will lead to tiredness, or this stress will lead potentially to comfort eating, again, sleepless nights, and all these things will have a knock-on effect on your lifestyle. You're going to be feeling a little bit crap, to say the least. So what 78.2% of the people they surveyed said, though, was they found exercise helps. So I'm going to talk about the benefits of exercise and then potential barriers you may experience to exercise. So we all know the benefits of exercise include the feel-good factor. We release endorphins when we exercise. We relieve stress. It releases stress. Okay? Releases stress. It relieves stress. It has a social aspect often with fitness, so there's a support network there. Someone this week described coming back to live in-person classes as like coming home, because they could see their friends. It's somewhere they felt safe and belonged, which is amazing. And when you're going through this kind of stressful change in your life, a major thing that's happening to your body, you're going to want that support. And also, exercise can support fat loss, because there is a lot of evidence that people's body shapes change and they potentially put on more fat because of all those factors we've already said. So you're sleeping poorly, you're going to be stressed, you're probably going to eat more, you're not going to feel particularly motivated to move, you're going to be more self-conscious. So there's lots of things there that are working against you. So there are different types of exercise. There's cardiovascular exercise, which keeps the heart and lungs healthy. And we should aim for 150 minutes a week of moderate exercise, they suggest. So that's more than a 1-hour Zumba class. The benefits of cardio: when it's weight bearing, the impact strengthens bones. Things like dance fitness, like Zumba, they're social. They aid your cognition because you're having to remember routines, you're having to translate movement, and also the movement helps you to become more balanced and reduce the risk of falling as we age. There's also types of exercise like Pilates and yoga that they suggest you should do at least 2 times a week. That's going to maintain mobility, maintain your independence. It's going to reduce your risk of fall once more. It's going to help with pelvic floor strengthening because that can get weak during the menopause. And also there's the feel good factor again, mental well-being. And finally, what's really important, what I experience most of my people neglect in the female community, is strength training, because there's this fear that you're going to bulk up, that you're going to look masculine, and that's not going to happen, I promise you, as I've discussed in a previous video. So strength training helps to reduce the risk of osteoporosis because you're putting outside stresses on the bone, so the body's going to keep them strong. It's going to help build muscle because once we hit the age of 30, they estimate we lose 1%, I think it is, of muscle each year from then on. So we need to try and maintain that as we're aging. And then finally, it's going to help maintain a good metabolism because muscle requires calories to move. So the more muscle we have, the more calories we are burning when we move. Okay? So now we're going to move on to barriers and possible ways to overcome them. So time can often be a barrier for people. And there's no simple way. We have to make time and plan that time into our weeks if we want to be active. It's not just going to happen. It's going to require some sacrifice, some compromise. You're going to have some discussions, okay, in the family, home, with your significant other, or just plan that time in for you to stay physically active, because it has been shown to help with those sweats, with the hot flushes. Secondly, energy and tiredness are going to be a major barrier when you're going through this period of your life. So try and look at the periods in your day when you do have energy. Okay, of course, try and get a decent night's sleep, prioritize sleep. But if you're having insomnia, night sweats, you're not going to be that comfortable. So look at your day for when your energy is at its highest and try and schedule any activity around those times. So confidence can be a factor. So ways to overcome this is to start small. Maybe you want to start at home. There's so many resources of online fitness. I do my own online fitness classes. You can get stuff on YouTube. There's so much out there. Start at home. Do a little bit each day. Get that confidence. Maybe you team up with a friend and hold each other accountable, and you've got someone there for support. You don't feel so alone. So that can help with confidence, and also it will build the more you do something. You think about it, the first time you do anything, you're not very confident or comfortable. So, starting a job, but over time it builds. The more you do something, the more you feel competent and like you know what you're doing. Also, find somewhere you feel you belong with people like you. Find a welcoming community and something you enjoy, which I really hope that I've built. Hearing the comments from people this week on how much they've enjoyed seeing people again this week has, reinforced that for me, that I'm really happy it's a safe space where people do genuinely make connections and friends. Finally, there may be health conditions that you have that make you fearful or certain exercise is not appropriate for you. So speak to your GP first, get their advice, and then try and find a professional who can help you with your certain needs. Okay, I always encourage people to look for what they can do, not at what they can't do. We can all do something. Okay, look at what you can do. Focus on that. That's going to be far more positive than being like, I can't do this. Okay, what can you do? That's an important conversation. So, I really hope this has helped. Please know there is help out there in the NHS. You may have to fight for it. You may have to do a bit of research, but make sure you get help as early on as these symptoms onset. Okay, there is lots of things out there. There's also a lot of myths and misinformation. So I advise you go and watch that Davina McCall documentary on All 4 on Channel 4 on demand. It's available for 19 more days. I checked before I came on here. So I hope that helps. And I want to create a welcoming environment for women, for people like you to feel safe. My classes are a space where I feel safe to express myself as a gay man. I can wear what I want, I can do what I want, we're free, we're together, and it's supposed to be supportive, open, friendly, non judgmental. The kind of classes I teach are fun. Zumba, dance aerobics, SAS, it's all about empowerment. I run Pilates class to help you relax and unwind, but also strengthen your core. So if you want to try anything, send me a message. If you have any questions and you want me to signpost you anywhere, let me know and I will do my best to help you. So I'm going to leave it there. I've gone on for a lot longer than I usually would, and I hope it has helped in some way. Brilliant, Nicola. You can hear me. Jackie, you've been there, done that hot t-shirt. Brilliant. Oh, I'm glad you feel my classes are welcoming. Brilliant and very informative. So if you need any further support, let me know. But otherwise, I'll leave you to enjoy your Sunday evening, and do feel free to share your experiences. I will do my best to signpost you where I can to resources to help you further. Okay, but don't be afraid of exercise, don't be afraid of strength work. It's super important for our longevity, for our health and our well-being. So ta-ta.